Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Diamond Mom here again. If you're new here, you're very much welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please do ensure to subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back. In this video, I'll be talking about finance and submission in marriage. Now, this issue is one that I believe is the cause of so many problems, so many lack of trust, lack of love, lack of peace in so many marriages, especially in Nigerian marriages. We have gone past the era of trying to persuade men to take up the responsibility of fending for their family. Now, because most men now see it as their sole responsibility to provide for the family 100%. Now, leaving the wife out of it. That's why nowadays we are so much comfortable with this notion of my money is my money, but the husband's money is our money. That is, the man has to fend for the family, why you as the wife, even if you're working, even if you're earning more than your husband, you don't have to provide for the family. Even if you want to provide, you just provide like 1% of everything. I believe that the moment a woman gets married, the moment a lady gets married and goes into her husband's house, her husband should be a number one priority. Now, I'm not trying to say that because you're getting married you should forget about your parents or forget about your siblings or any of those stuffs. I'm not trying to promote that, but what I'm trying to say is, as soon as a lady gets married, her number one priority is her husband. When the kid starts coming, the children adds to the list of priority, and then her parents or her own family comes later. I think this issue of finance is always one-sided. Like, we tend to focus on the man's finance, the man forsaking his family, the man forgetting about his siblings and so on, and focusing on on his wife and his children. But I believe that it should not be one-sided. It should be something that comes from both sides. The same way you are telling your husband to actually focus on his immediate family, to actually pay your children's school fees, to actually pay your fees, to do this and that, to buy food at home, to do this. It's the same way you should also do yours, because it would not be fair for you to be telling your husband to concentrate on the immediate family. Meanwhile, you are there, you are making your own money and you are sending to your own family. Now, I'm not saying you should forsake your family, but make your immediate family, that is your husband and your children, the number one priority, and then you add your parents also to the list. But in a situation whereby you don't have food at home, your children are sick, and you know that your husband is financially incapable at that moment, but you have money, you would still have that mentality of, no, I cannot bring out money for my family. In most cases whereby the woman is not free to actually contribute financially to our marriage, like to our immediate family, I feel it has to do with more of trust. There are so many women that don't trust their husband, or they do not see their husband to be one with them, or they don't love their husband enough, or I don't know, because some people might have their own genuine reason why they don't feel like helping out. Should I even say helping out? Why they don't feel like doing stuffs in their family? You expect your husband to be open to you. You expect your husband to always put you first. There are so many women that would fight with their husband if they hear that their husband gives something out to outsiders, to either siblings or parents or anybody. There are so many women that will fight their husband, but yet it is these same women that will be comfortable enough to put their parents on the number one list. Meanwhile, their children's school fees have not been paid. Their house rent is about to get expired. They have so many things hanging in the house to settle, and then they will prefer, maybe their parents called because they want to pay one meeting, or they have a clothes to buy, and then they will prefer to send this money to their parents because their mom or their dad suffered so much, like trained the person, my mom suffered for me, my dad suffered this, I cannot put anybody above it. Don't also forget that that's your husband also. His mom also trained him. His mom also suffered. His dad also suffered to train him, but he's the one that would now in turn start training you. Why you would go behind him to take care of your own family? The most annoying part of this is that these women that actually do this, they go behind their husband to do this. They do not even let their husband know. It's not really about taking permission, but being open, being free to share anything. They would always hide it because they know that what they are doing is actually not right. If they think that what they are doing is right, they will be free enough to say, oh, I want to send this to my parents. I'll be doing this. Not really as a permission, because of course you are an adult, you are working, it's your money. But then the same way you want your husband to be open to you, to tell you that, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, it's the same way you should also be open. So the way we advocate for what is good for the goose is good for the gander in other aspects, it's the same way we should advocate for it in this finance aspect. I believe if more married women start contributing to their home, like start taking on more financial responsibility in their home, there will be more peace, there will be more trust, there will be more love in that home. And also you will be setting good examples to your children. You will be teaching your sons and your daughters well, because no matter how you want to put it, no matter the kind of sacrifice that your parents must have sacrificed for you, no matter the kind of stress, no matter everything they must have done for you, they actually trained you up for you to be a better human being. And being that you want to go into the institution of marriage, you should also know that your partner, your spouse, your husband or your wife should come first. The same way we advocate for the men to always put their wives and their children first, is the same way we should start advocating for women to start putting their husbands and their children first. Women should start being comfortable with paying the house rent. If you know that your husband is not financially stable at that point in time, and the house rent is due, instead of allowing the landlord to come and embarrass you, why can't you just pay it off, since you can? But most women, we feel like, I can only buy water, some food items, some this, some that, but the house rent, the school fees, the big stuff belongs to the man. Please, we need to change this mentality. We are actually advocating for equality in every other aspect, so we should also apply this in our finance also. So we should be more submissive to our immediate family when it comes to finance, and I believe this will go a long way in mending so many marriages. You'll be surprised that your husband will start to trust you more and love you more. Maybe the reason your husband had not been open with you for all this while is because you have not shown him that you actually take him to be one with you. Guys, this is my opinion on the issue of finance and submission in marriage. I feel women should be more open, should be more submissive to their immediate family when it comes to finance. Of course, you have the opportunity to take care of your family, of your parents, your siblings, but then it should be something that you should do openly, and not something that you should go behind backyard to do it, because you don't want to show your husband that you have money, or you don't want your husband to be aware that you want to do this to your family. If you want to carry out any projects in your home, your husband should be aware of it. Except you know that your husband is a domineering type, that your husband would want to collect everything and then use it for his own selfish means. But if you have a husband that is understanding, that is actually caring, that is free with you, you should be able to carry him along, and then also learn to contribute. The same way you love your parents, your siblings, is the same way you should love your husband also, in that aspect of prioritizing him. And then you will see more peace, more trust, more love growing in that marriage. So guys, if you know you enjoyed this video, please do ensure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave your suggestions, your comments in the comment section, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.